Wow, this is pretty interesting. The best quality I can get right now is a 720p. I wish to have better quality. Mm. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so as it turns out, I'm currently taking on the Hacking with Swift program, and yeah, this is pretty much my first live stream. You, I'm live. Okay, so this is pretty much my first live stream, and yeah, I'm still getting used to the system, but all in all, imagine that. All in all, I think it's looking pretty good. But I'm not getting the best quality. What I have here is 720p. I want to have at least at at least 4K, right? So this will be a short stream. I'm actually going to be engaging the learning with Swift, or rather the hacking with Swift project. I'm trying to learn how to write iOS code, pretty much, and also build iOS apps. And I'm using this resource, 100 days of Swift UI. It's a pretty good resource, and I think the guy who created this, I've forgotten his name. I'll check that out. Let me just check that out quickly. Hacking with Swift. Hacking with Swift. Yeah. Yeah. Paul Hudson. Yes, created by Paul Hudson. It's a very good learning resource. You can actually check that out. And I'm using it to essentially, yeah, learn how to write Swift code. So I usually time my sessions, most of my sessions, and I use this tool called Sessions. It's an app on iOS, well, on Mac, Apple devices mostly. So I'll put in a session for personal learnings. Let's see, we have, hmm, since it's based on career advancements, I'll have it here. Oh, rather, Tech Mastery. Yeah, that's what I call it, Hacking with Swift under Tech Mastery. I have different categories in which I place all of my different tasks and activities. So we have a 30 minutes Pomodoro session. Yeah. Let's start with some breathing, pretty much to get in the vibe and the mood. And then I think I will focus on getting better quality on the streams and also better angles, right? Maybe add a second camera, get a better hub, be able to extend my USB cords for my camera so that I can be able to have a better view, right? Something from above, different angles, stuff like that. Yeah. And pay for StreamYard for crying out loud, right? So yeah, we have our timer started. Let us get learning. So I've actually gone a couple of days, right? I'm on day 10, right? 10, 11, 12. Now I'm trying to finish up these remaining 5 days because then I can start working on some projects, right? Some active code. Essentially working on S code directly. But I've been stalling mainly mostly due to due to delays in terms of time and the availability to engage this learning experience. Normally, I write my notes and I do some examples, right? But pretty much, since I'm already pretty much involved in coding as a whole, I would usually just tend to focus on the new things that I find, right? I understand most, well, I understand all of the various aspects or terminologies when it comes to coding, closures, inheritance, structs, all of those different stuff, right? It's just to figure out how it translates into Swift, right? Or in this case, Swift UI, and the different things that I need to get the grasp of. Most of what I will actually get to understand fully well would actually be within the coding experience itself, right? As I'm working on these projects and I'm taking them on. I'm also going to be streaming my process of learning um, data science, right? And I already have some knowledge of that. I've been doing projects on data science since time back, but I've not really had a chance to fully engage it as a career path, right? So I'm trying to actually get knowledge in that so that I can actually work on a project that would combine the use of iOS on data science, right? That's just the idea. Be able to combine this knowledge because I think innovation happens when you can combine multiple different fields together. Now the idea is to develop a T knowledge structure, right? Essentially be able to develop specialization in one thing or a couple of things and have general knowledge on a broad scale of things. So let's dive in. Now I've finished what there is to closures. Let's start up on day 10. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna be focused on structs, right? Let's have S code open up. I'll be working on some examples. Mm, okay. As at this moment, iOS has been I mean S code has been upgraded to S code 15, right? There's S code 15. iOS is at iOS 17, right? So everything is pretty much up to date. And yeah, I'm just learning on the process. Okay. Let's create a new let's create a new playroom. Something on macOS. Mm, okay, iOS document app playground. Yeah, let's work with that. No, no, what? Previous. Let's see, multi-platform. Hmm. Look, other framework library bundle. Right. This is interesting. For my previous applications, I want to create a new file. I go for new, then playground. Oh, I see. Then a blank playground app. Yes. And I want to call this, yeah, obviously under my Swift learnings. I want to call this um, advanced data concepts. Which would include the idea of things like structs and events, right? So that I'll just call this file advanced data concepts, where I play with the idea of structs and essentially other data structures within Swift. Okay, good to have that. Mm, yes. So I have this available to edit on. Mm. I wish I can actually have a way to split my editor so that I can actually, as I'm on this stream, I can split alongside. Hold on. Let me see if I can actually set that. Does StreamYard allow for that? New layouts. Okay. And what's the item here? Hmm. Can you actually add your screen to the view? Hmm. Pretty much like screencasting. Okay, okay. One and two. So who's number two? I have to expand this to everywhere, right? Hmm. This number two. How do we do that? Item. I only have one core camera slot, so hmm. Okay, wait. There can't be two views here. Oh, that's a guest. That's a group. Picture and picture layouts. Okay. So let's say we're going with picture and picture layouts. What's the second picture? Hmm. Let's say we're going with picture and picture layouts. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, I think I still need to learn how to use StreamYard. I'm messing up with it. But then just for you to just test out my code examples and stuff like that. I think on future streams I'll be able to, or I'll figure out how to do that better. But since we don't have that, you could simply go to the Hack with Swift documentation, look onto the 10. That's what I'm actually studying right now. So let's get you set up. And so I'll usually write my notes on my iPad, right? Yeah, pretty much. Okay, let's skip this power button. Okay, how to create your instructs. Okay, okay, let's see. Now he does a very good job of explaining very well. So Okay, so essentially, I understand the core aspect of structs, right? But what I didn't know I could do in structs, especially with respect to Swift, was being able to create functions in them. So let me just create a little snippet of that code. So I have to use the let keyword in the struct to actually define its properties. Okay, but this is within the struct itself. So function. So I have the structs defined and created. Let's create some pattern of these structs. Okay. One dot print summary. Let's see how that goes. Now, is one thing learning. Hmm, is one thing learning a. Give me a second. Okay, so it's one thing learning a coding language that you might not actually use anywhere outside of a particular frame, right? In this case, Swift itself, right? Being focused on the iOS community and all of that, right? So essentially, if I'm learning Swift, I'm pretty much just learning it for iOS app development and that alone. But the iOS community and the iOS market, especially iPhones, MacBooks, all that, is pretty large, and they are people who tend to pay a lot. I mean, we are people who tend to pay for stuff, so it's also a good place to actually essentially earn money, pretty much. So yeah, yeah, just saying. Okay, so running this code, album one dot print summary. Hmm. I'm not getting the summary being printed. I'm just getting album one. Let's see. Is that what's expected? Mm-hmm. Interesting. So this is supposed to do that, but it didn't. Hmm. Interesting. Oh, there's something off here. Yeah, it did print it. It did print the result. So this works. So mhm. Okay. Mm. Mm-hmm. Value. Mm. I took it back for the glass pot the same. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Okay, so I have my timer pop off, which means no matter what I'm doing, I have to take a break. And I think for the meantime, I'll actually end this stream. Yeah, this is just to get a proper view of, yeah, my first stream on working with my new setup and essentially learning how to code on iOS. I think I will find a way to actually improve my upcoming streams, right? So that they can actually be more clever, more deliberate, and yeah, properly more set up, right? What I have here is pretty rudimental, and I'm not getting the best quality out of it. 720p is not good enough for me. I need something high quality, right? So yeah, I'm working on that. It always, yeah. See you sometime soon.